What's going on YouTube? In this video, we're going to be showing you the pistol tight slot scheme that I like to run. This is going to be in the Washington playbook, so there's just going to be more firepower. The other two money plays we dropped are also in this playbook, and that run play, the stretch, is also in this playbook. This is another top tier run play, the HB zone. This is what brought me to the scheme. We used to run this last year. You still get really good results in this Madden, and we're also going to give you some pass plays to go along with it. We got a couple of, cover 2 bombs or cover 3 bombs, show you how to beat cover 4 and man coverage with this formation. Really good scheme. We're gonna jump into the practice field and show you how we set these plays up depending on the defense and what we got going on. The main audibles, if you're in the Washington playbook, you don't need to change anything. These are the 3 main plays right here: the HB zone, the binge switch, and the PA post shot. You can keep stick spacing, another good play, but we're really not gonna really worry about that. It's really gonna be these 3 right here. So let's go to jump into the practice field and show you how we set these plays up. All right, the play we're going to be starting off with is going to be the HB zone. Like I said, that's the play that brought me to this scheme. It's another overpowered run play. It can give you really good results. It's just like the stretch. You might get 5 yards here, 10 yards there, but you can also break for 80-yard touchdowns, 50-yard touchdowns if you get the right blocking. And we're going to be going against random defenses just to show you what I would do depending on what the defense is giving me. Real quick tip: if they have somebody like Aaron Donald on the line and he's on the side that you're going to be going to, make sure you double team him. What that does is it cancels that ability that allows him just to get straight through on the inside zone. Don't get me wrong, he can still get through. It's Aaron Donald. If he wants to break through, he's going to be breaking through, but it cancels that ability out, so make sure you double team him. This is what the play looks like. Now, you can run this play as a default and you can still get really good results, but the way I like to run it is actually flip it to my 2 receiver side, and I like to motion the tight end over. I don't care if they know I'm going that way. I have people, shifting their defense to the side I'm going to be going. I still like to run the ball this way. It's still that good of a play. And then what I like to do is ID the cornerback if it allows you to. Sometimes he'll be too far out and it won't allow you to, but every chance that they allow you to ID the cornerback, ID him. If you can set the edge with this play, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If we get the result that I'm looking for, that's when it turns into a touchdown. Everybody gets, they go straight ahead and they get a block on somebody, and it's a lot of times it's, beat one person and turn it into a touchdown. All right, let's go ahead and run the play a few times against some different defenses, see what kind of results we're going to be getting. Once again, my favorite way to run this play is flipping it to the left towards my 2 receivers on the left, and then motion over the tight end. Make sure you flip the play before you motion, because if you motion over somebody, it won't allow you to flip the play. So you have to make sure you motion first. And then, like I said, if you have somebody like Aaron Donald on the D line, you want to make sure you double team him to cancel out that quick block shed. And then ID the cornerback or whoever you think is going to have the best angle at you, and then go ahead and just run the play. Sometimes this is what we're looking for right there. You see what I was talking about? If they set the edge for you and they get a good block on that cornerback, we're going to get results like that. That's the whole point of IDing that cornerback. Once again, though, it does not mean that they're necessarily going to actually go out there and take them out the play. Just like I was talking about in the stretch play, though, it's kind of like a mental thing for me. I do feel like it does help, but I don't know. It could just be something that's in my head, but I always do it, and I feel like I get good success doing it. If there's nobody on the line that you have to double team, you don't really necessarily have to, but if you want to be safe, just keep double teaming whoever has that X factor. And then once again, go ahead and ID that cornerback, and we're just going to keep running this ball. Once again, we get a good hole. You just got to be patient. Once that hole opens up, that's when you hit the sprint button, the turbo button, whatever you like to call it, and just take it downfield or cut it out. Do whatever you have to make the play work for you. Now, I know we got 2 really good runs in a row. That's not always going to happen, just like the stretch play. These are top tier run plays, but there's always going to be that chance the defensive tackle, the defensive end, they break through. They get a real nice shed on your O-line, and they're going to get you in the backfield. It's going to happen. Or you might go against a user that is really good at shooting a gap and just meeting you right where he needs to stop you. But the reason I call these run plays top tier plays is because they can get you that 1-play touchdown. They can get you that 50-yard gain. They have the potential if everything goes the right way. That's what I consider a top tier run play. But let's jump into some of these pass plays. We're going to show you what you can do if they're in cover 2, cover 3, and so on. So let's go ahead and jump into that. All right, the next play I want to talk about is going to be binge switch. If you're using the Washington playbook, it should already be an audible for you. If not, make sure you put that as one of your audibles. We're going to be going against cover 3. Now, if you know they're in cover 3, there's always going to be those people you play against. They favor a certain defense. They're going to stay in cover 3, cover 2, cover 4, whatever it is. Whatever their go-to is, that they normally stay in some type of defense that has to do with that defense. Now, when you're in a setup like this on offense, For the most part, if they are in some type of zone, it's going to be either cover 2, mostly cover 2, or cover 3. You won't see a lot of cover 4, so I'm going to be mainly focusing on cover 3 and cover 2, and then also man coverage. So the way you beat cover 2 and cover 3 is actually the same, so that's just a bonus. What you're going to want to do is motion over this guy right here, put Y on a fade, put your tight end on a streak, and then your running back, you can put him on a 5 and in, 5 and out curl route, whatever you want to do with the running back. If you have a Texas route, put him on a Texas route. Now you have two options right here. You're going to either hit Y or A. You're going to hit them in that seam. X and B do a good job of taking the cornerbacks out the picture. I'm going to show you that you can hit this to either side. It's easier to hit the tight end depending on the hash mark. If you're on the right hash mark, it's easier to hit the tight end. If you're on the left hash mark, it's easier to hit the wide receiver. If the play's flipped, just try to understand, watch the safety and pick who you think is going to be a little bit more open. Sometimes this could be a time and throw, but for the most part, you're going to have time to just get it off and then do a possession catch just like that. Now, I threw that a little too soon. I could have waited a little bit longer, and we're gonna do that right here on this next one. You don't necessarily have to motion out the X receiver against cover 2, but against cover 3, it does help, so you can throw it to both sides. This time, we'll try to hit the wide receiver. It's kind of a timing thing. Once you see that cornerback go out, then you're going to just go ahead and possession catch it. If you wait a little bit longer, you can get a deeper ball and probably get a one-play touchdown. But I'm more so just focused on to show you that you can throw it to Y or A. I favor the tight end because for the most part, I'm doing a possession catch. But it really depends on the safety. If the safety's favoring my tight end, then I'm going to go to my wide receiver. If he's favoring my wide receiver, then I'm going to go to my tight end. But I'm trying to show you that you can hit both of them. That first time I threw it to my tight end, it was kind of a bad pass. Right there, I kind of did an underneath pass. You don't necessarily need to do that. But just pay attention. Like I said, watch the safety. If he's favoring one or the other, throw to the other. It's as simple as that. Let's jump into cover 2. So same play, we're going to be working with the bench switch. And like I said, against cover 2, you don't have to motion out X. It actually works better if you keep him right there where he's at against cover 2. And for the most part, you will be seeing a lot more cover 2 if you're in some type of offensive formation like this. And you're either going to hit X or B. You're going to lead the ball up and kind of to like the direction they're going. They're going to get open. You're going to see right here, we're going to lead it up. And if you do a better pass and you work on the timing, you can turn this into a one-play touchdown against cover 2. And another thing I like to do is actually put the running back either on a 5 and in or 5 and out. Those are the main two, just to keep that blue zone, a little true to where he's at. Play underneath, because if you put him on a curl route or you block him, and your opponents, they can put their blues at a 25 or 30, and it'll help them guard that corner route a lot better. But if you have that high-low read with the running back on one side, with right here we got X going high and we got the running back going low, then he's gonna have to choose, do I want to go high or low? And yes, I know you can beat it with the double Mabel. I'm not gonna get too much into that right now. I haven't seen a lot of people running double Mabels right now, but let's go ahead and run this a couple more times. You can see we'll go ahead and throw it to B this time, right over the cornerback's head to the corner of the sideline right there. Easy pass. It's not hard to make these passes. It's easiest to beat cover 2, and you will see cover 2, like I said, more than you see cover 3 or cover 4. I'm pretty sure you'll see in some man coverage, because man's kind of the meta right now. But when I'm just speaking more so about zones, that's the one you're going to see the most when they're going against the type of offense you're in right now. Let's go ahead and jump into man coverage. All right, now my kind of overall favorite go-to play, especially last year, was PA post shot. Now I set it up different last year. I'm going to show you how I like to set it up to beat man coverage. So we're going to go ahead and audible to PA post shot. They're in man coverage right now. What I like to do is put Y on a zig route. I like to keep B on the route he's on, and I like to keep X on that post. If they're in a cover 1, which is one safety playing in the center, and if you have a really good receiver at the X receiver, he can easily beat man coverage. And it could be a nice one-play touchdown. But I'm not going to really focus on that deep post. I'm more so focused on the Y receiver and the B receiver. You can also put A on like a flat route or a 5 and out. But after doing the run play so much, I kind of want to, make them, get that feel that I'm actually running it with the play action. And then that just, if they are using somebody that could potentially stop one of my guys and bring the user up, then I like that just works in your favor. So I'm going to keep the play action. And like I said, B and Y do a really good job. I could have threw it to either one right here, but that's just my quick man beater. You can easily just, do anything with this type of formation. You could put slants out there like this, keep that deep post, and then you could do a high-low read like this with A and RB, one going to the left, one going to the right, and then you have both slants. This is another thing you can do that's just simple, easy. You can see we got right here Y open on the slant. You could have probably hit B, the running back. The running back's really good at beating man coverage with the 5 and in, 5 and outs. That's just a real quick setup for to beat man coverage. Now I'm gonna jump back into zones, and I'm gonna show you a setup with this same play right here that helps you beat all zones. It's like my third down play. All right, this is my play setup from like my third down. It's able to beat cover 3, cover 4, cover 2. It can beat man coverage, but primarily I use it to focus against zone coverage. And it's going to be out of the PA post shot. What you're going to go ahead and do is motion out the X receiver, put him on a 5 and out, keep Y on the route he's on, put B on a streak, A on a flat, and you're running back on a wheel route. The first look we're going to be looking for is like I said, it's my quick third down. You know, get that 5 yards, get that 6 yards, is the running back. He's going to get wide open. Just watch what happens right here. And it's going to count on the user. The user can play it. He's going to have to choose if he's going to guard the wide receiver or the running back. And that's what makes it deadly. Now, let's say that he decides to pick up the running back on this play. Then we're going to be a little bit more patient, and we're going to look for Y. That's going to be our second go-to right here. It's going to take a little longer to develop, but we're going to do an underneath pass using the freeform LT and holding down with the left stick to make sure that ball comes underneath, and then we're going to do an aggressive catch with Y or a possession catch, either one. But this is my third down play against any zone, and like I said, it can beat man coverage, especially Y. If you have a really good receiver there, he can easily beat man coverage. All right, YouTube, that's going to be it for this video. I was going to add some head-to-head footage. I got it recorded and everything, but it was just going to make this video 25 to 30 minutes long, trying to pack in all that information using all those different plays that we showed you on the practice field. I promise you this scheme works, and if y'all do want to see that video, I will just make a mix of me running this scheme with music in the background just to prove that it does work and show y'all, you know, these plays actually being used against real users. But primarily focus on that HB zone. That is the bread and butter of this scheme. It is very hard to stop, and if your opponent is struggling to stop that play, just that play alone, they're gonna have hell stopping the whole scheme in its own. If y'all are struggling reading defenses, I'm thinking about making a video, a basic intro on how to read defenses if the defense isn't based. So, because when you base your defense, you can make it look like anything. You can make cover 2 look like cover 3. You can make man coverage look like zone. But this would be like a basic, you know, understanding. If you see this, then it's possibly this. If you see that, it's possibly this. If y'all need help with that, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll definitely jump on a video. I think we did one like that for Madden 22 or 21. I'm not sure which one we did it for, but it's just an informational video to help you understand defense a little bit more. But we got a few more money plays we got coming out pretty soon. I'm trying to push them out as fast as we can. I know you want me to look out. Can't even speak right now. Look out for you with the Bills playbook. I'm definitely going to look into that and see if I can get some schemes for you or some money plays. And if anybody else needs help, just let me know in the comments down below. I try to get back to everybody. I think I've been doing a pretty good job. Started with Madden 23, getting back to everybody's comments that, you know, are worth responding to. I know some of y'all still out there hating. Go ahead and hate. Add that comment down there. It just helps the video grow. I'm not mad at it. I'm not going to hide from it. Hey, go ahead. But with all that being said, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it.